Welcome back, guys. My name is Jay, and this is my Diecast Creations channel. And today, we're doing a challenge for the Three Blind Mice. Three Blind Mice is a group of guys and girls that work out of the Hooligans and Hoodlums group on Facebook. And they put out a challenge every month for the community to get involved. And this month was put forward by Geauxbear's Garage. I believe that's the name. And it's the 70 Monte Carlo. The only rules that were needed for this was that it was all the same casting, which is from Hot Wheels, and to have fun with it. So we decided to start off with the Fast and the Furious 70 Monte Carlo that was used in Tokyo Drift. I forget the guy's name that drove this car, but from the beginning of that movie, this was my favorite car in the movie, you know. And I wouldn't even use this casting if I didn't have another one, right? Because I like how the paint was on it. I liked how Hot Wheels did this, where they basically, you know, made it look rough as far as the paint on it, and you know, the way that they patched in the different panels and stuff like that. But anyway, we're getting off topic here. I wanted to do something different. I wanted to test my horizons and go big or go home. You know, they say that if you're not a big dog, stay on the porch kind of deal. And I wanted to make sure that I got in the road and we started riding down the highway. So I wanted to do something different. I wanted to do something that I knew nobody was going to do. So we decided to go outside of the box on this, and you'll see what ends up happening in a second. But we just drilled out the posts. Now I'm just using my pick tool to take apart the car, see what pieces we have to deal with, and what kind of modifications are going to have to be done to make this thing sit the way that I want it to sit, right? So now we just take the pick tool inside the C clamps that they put in there, and we give it a little bit of a little tuck in there, and they open up, and now we look at it, and our vision starts to come alive with what they call a donk. A donk is a 71 to 74, 76, something like that. Usually a square body Caprice. But we decided to make it happen with the Monte Carlo. So then now we're just throwing the casting in the stripper. It decided, you know, it comes out in pretty rough condition. So I took it outside and I start going at it with a Dremel. And we cleaned up the body lines to the best of my ability. The casting lines, I'm sorry, when these things come from the factory, they're not in the best shape. And you got to clean them up a little bit. And I'm still trying to get better at that because I'm kind of new to the custom scene, right? So I had 3 cars going on. This shot right here is just for comparison, so you can see what it looks like before. This is the 80 Monte Carlo on the left, and then after hit with the Dremel and the wire wheel, it looks really nice like that. I could have went further and, you know, polished it up with another attachment to the Dremel, but you know, I decided to just let it roll. We hit it with a Rust-Oleum red primer that looks more like a brown, and it laid down 2 coats of this, and it actually puts down a really nice base for the color that I decided to use, which was a Rust-Oleum bronze, I believe, hammered paint that I had used on a previous build, for a steampunk build that I did in the Gaslands UK deal, right? So we decided to break that paint out. I had it sitting on the shelf, and I was like, you know what? I'm going to try to make this look nice and you know, realistic, that somebody would put this on the car and drive it around town and down the highway. The Donk look is a big deal down south. I'm from New York, so you don't really see them that much up here. But down south, you see them all over the interstates. And, you know, I think this is actually more like a super donk, because it's sitting super high like a truck would. And because of that, I had to make some adjustments to the way that the axles sit on the car underneath. And, you know, we did what we had to do to make it work and make the car roll, though. It does touch a little tiny bit on the rear section of the front fenders, but it still rolls. It still does what it needs to do. And, you know, I'm happy with how it turned out. So we take those cylinder pieces of styrene there. I had to make some brackets out of flat stock, and we attached it on with tacky putty to make sure that it worked, and then we super glued it. But the windshield was blue, and I had this other car, so I decided to steal the tinted window out of it and swap that out with the blue one, and the blue one goes on to the blue car for a future build, and everything works out great. So now you can see the little brackets that I made for the front to make the suspension sit up a little bit and level out the car. We took our Bic intensity markers and just detailed out a couple things on the bottom there. You can see the drive line and the exhaust pipes, and everything's looking good. This is the exploded view before we put it all back together. I didn't have what I needed to wet sand the windshield, so I decided to just leave it. And, you know, I think it turns out pretty good. But you guys be the judge of that, and let me know in the comment section, you know, what I could have did better, or what I could have, you know, what you really liked about it. This is the car that we started out with. It's a 1970 Hot Wheels Chevy Monte Carlo, excuse me, out of the Fast and the Furious set from Tokyo Drift, and we turned it into a super donk. Sitting up high, ready to go down the highway. It's probably got some 15s in the trunk, and it's rattling the ground as it rolls, you know. But I really like how this car turned out. You know, it's totally different. I guarantee nobody is doing this in the competition right now. And if they did, I want to see it, because I'm going to be totally surprised, which is awesome, right? But I'm testing my horizons. I'm, you know, getting my feet in different waters, and I'm trying new things. And I really like how this turned out. You know, it was something different. I used the gloss Rust-Oleum over top of that hammered paint, and it leveled it down a little bit, but you could still see a little bit of rough texture in there, which, you know, I kind of like it. You know, I kind of like it. It's an experiment, right? And everything in this hobby, you have to try to experiment with, right? So I ended up going in with a toothpick and some paint, and the combination of that and a Bic intensity markers and Sharpies to do the detailing on the grill, the license plates, the headlights, the tail lights, and putting it back together. That's the package that we got. I hope you guys like it. Let me know in the comment section down below. Thank you for watching. Like, share, comment, subscribe, ring the bell. I'll catch you guys on the next one. Thank you. Oh, and real quick, guys, I want to add a little spotlight onto a channel that has been supporting me since I started. His name is Hewitt from Hewitt Hot Wheels. I believe that's the right channel. Hewitt's Hot Wheels, that's what it is. And I'll link his channel down in the description. Really cool dude, really cool channel. He just likes to chill and, you know, show his collection, and he started doing some custom work. He's working on his first Gaslands build right now, which I think is totally awesome. The fact that he actually shouted me out, that I'm the one that gave him the inspiration to do that. So go check Hewitt out. Let him know I sent you. Catch you on the next one. Wait. I'm not done. So just so you guys know, I do have the 4 Horsemen El Camino coming up on Wednesday. And then I'm going to try to get the 300 sub giveaway car diorama finished and up by Friday or Saturday this upcoming week. And then the week after, Devil's Detailed Diecast Demolition Derby build. And then the week after that, the Gaslands division of 3 Blind Mice. I got that coming. And then all in all, the Skid deadline, Skid 2021, is coming up real quick. So stick around. Make sure you hit the bell, and you're going to catch all that content. I mean it this time. Catch you on the next one.